I never said leave studio. But what's up with it, y'all? Yeah, it's a whole lot of going on, and I'm just like going, hey man, you get up to to come and just I like watching news stuff, a lot of different things that's just happening right now with the Somali community. Look, I'm telling you, when dude went to them daycares and he like literally started checking and seeing, the different stuff that was going on and that it wasn't kids, they was getting all this money. Let me say this. He opened a can of worms, okay? This is what he did. He opened a can of worms, bro, because we've been getting blamed for a lot of stuff. Let me say this first. We've been getting blamed for a lot of stuff. As black people, I don't we on welfare, we doing this, we doing that. And up under the curtains, it's just been people getting away with this type of stuff. Like they're getting away with this, and like we get blamed. Like we get a couple $100. You feel me? And they get mad, and like we talk about people. These people is scamming for millions and billions, like all across the United States. Like it's not just Minnesota. You feel me? I seen some stuff some raids they just did in New York, some stuff they just did in LA. I see it here in San Diego. I see it. And you see it and you wonder why, okay, like I used to always say this, right? I'll see somebody I'll see somebody at the store using EBT and then they go out and they get in a brand new Benz. Some of them will go out and step in a brand new fucking Bentley, and you going, wait, how is this even possible? Like this is how it's possible. Like this is how it's possible. You feel me? It's like it's crazy how things is going. But let's go and dive into the video because like I got a couple of videos I've been kind of watching. This is from Bubella Reacts. You feel me? Somali immigrants furious. Empty daycare exposed. Like they go there and they find all these empty daycares, bro. And these people are getting millions. They like we paying
Where
taxes.
are the children now?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here,
They
and you
get
got
millions.
$2.66 million this year in funding, and 2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
I'm gonna tell you, right? I'm gonna just be real about it. We was in the wrong. Maybe we was just in the wrong lane. Okay, maybe we should have been in this lane with them. You feel me? We was in the wrong
Hello, we'd like
lane.
to ask, where's the money going?
Shut
Look
them
at that.
doors. You
Shut us
can't come
down.
in here.
Where are the
Yeah.
children at? No children inside of this daycare center. And look at this daycare center right here. No children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million.
Dang.
So what do you think about this daycare
2.6
center? It's
million,
not learning
bro.
wrong. They received over
Golly, that's
$1.9 million
wild.
this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
99 children.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None, not at all.
This year they got 1.9 million. Last year they got 1.5 million of your tax money for 99 children. We just want to know where are the kids.
I've been
They're
here
not
since
here.
2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that
seen
here.
a child here.
No, not at all.
And how does that make you feel knowing that this place is receiving $1.9 million?
It's disgusting. I mean, what the hell? They stealing the money. That's a federal grant too. That's if they get caught for that's a federal offense.
And do you think Tim Walz should go to jail for all the fraud that he's enabled here in his state?
That's him doing this? Heck yeah.
They even spell learning
That's crazy because they get to blaming it on Tim. And what if Tim ain't got nothing to do with it?
wrong on their sign for a place that's supposed to be educating children.
Hey, how you gonna spell learning wrong though? Like out of all things, you gonna spell learning
That's
wrong?
crazy. Who runs it?
Like,
Who supposedly runs it?
Somalians. So this big daycare center is literally just a place to traffic money.
Luring
$1.9
people in
million
here to
just
give
this
us
year
their
alone.
money.
And this guy's been living here for 8 years and has never seen a single child walk through those doors.
Demanding to see children that are not yours at a daycare so you can record them is a level of pedophilia that has yet to be talked about.
So this video right here honestly made my heart heavy because the money we are talking about is not free money. It's not free money. Oh. This is taxpayers' money. Money working Americans wake up every day to earn. And also having neighbors to come out to say,
I seen a lot of people saying that though, going like, you demanding to see kids, like who does that? And it's like that's not, like why are you shifting it to make it seem like he's doing some weird stuff? You feel me? When he's basically doing his little report and he's just trying to find out that where's the money going? Y'all getting the money. Where's the money going? Oh, yeah, it's
They have
going to
lived
that
here since
Benz
2017
outside.
and have never seen a single child. Anyway, let's get into the video because this conversation needs to be had. People really need to know what's going on.
I have a question for you. If there was a black community that had stolen over $1 billion from...
I just said this, and I ain't even watched this video yet. I just said this. You feel me? We can't get away with stealing $2. I'm just saying $2 is a lot.
our federal government or our state government, what would happen to them? If people in Oak Cliff, Texas, which is made of mostly of minorities, black people and Hispanic people, what would happen to them? Do you think that anyone in our government would let them go for decades, stealing from Medicaid and Medicare to the level that we've seen Somalis do it in Minnesota? So for all of the people that are saying this is a racial situation, let me tell you what racism would have done to this. It is no way that they would have let communities steal millions of dollars and billions of dollars in programs that were meant for autistic children, or programs that were meant to feed people when they said they were feeding, 3,000 people a day and they only saw 24. They would not have allowed this to happen if these people were regular Americans. If these were regular African Americans or regular Hispanic Americans, this would not have happened in our United States. But our Democrat Party wants you to believe that this is a racial situation because...
Exactly like that. I seen like I was listening to the news at work, and they said basically, what they gonna do is they gonna raise tax on lawn care devices like leaf blowers and lawnmowers. And I said, who you think they targeting for that? Like, you telling me people like, because out here, most of the people that got lawn care businesses are Mexican, and then you got some blacks that got it. But I'm saying they're saying they're going to raise taxes on the things that they use in order to run their business. I'm like going, who you think they targeting, bro? You feel me? Like, we, a lot of us can't get away with nothing, but then, other people, they come in and, bro, they do all they
that's
want.
what they do. Everything is based on race. But let me just say this, from this one black woman, I have seen people in Dallas and all over Texas go to jail for $35,000 in theft. But the thing that gets me the most about all of this fraud and corruption that's going on in Minnesota is the attitudes of the people involved. The people that live in all of these communities, these Somalis, are now threatening Americans. They're not even telling us that they're going to take over the United States.
As soon as we find out who you are, trust you will be dealt with. Period.
You know what? Russia hasn't done that yet. China hasn't done that yet. You were brought here as refugees from a small country that had almost no money. But
that's the thing that killed me too. Is like these things that's going on here in the United States, you couldn't go to other countries and get away with at all. At all.
You want all Americans to be afraid of a community that has taken and stolen from U.S. taxpayers.
Right here we have 2 child daycare centers. We have the Minnesota Childcare Center, and then we also have Nuna. Between the two, 2.66 million. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Why are you flooding? Yes. We would like to know.
Well, it says we're trying to figure out 102 children. Is that for this facility?
What is the name? Do I see
It's from the state of Minnesota website. It says you have 102 children here in your child care.
which childcare name is a lot of
Minnesota Childcare right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
where the children are.
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here, and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
What kids?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where you which department?
Oh, we are
I'm
from
gonna tell you,
ourselves.
that boy Nick Shirley, man, he opened a can of worms, bro. Going on with the fraud, just from immigrants and stuff. Like, he opened a can of worms because it's just not happening in Minnesota. And a lot of us, like, we probably see it in our own cities. But, we don't say nothing. We just continue to do what we do.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going.
None of your business.
Shut us down. Where are the children?
None of your business.
No children
None of
inside
your
of this daycare
business.
center.
What are you
And look, this
talking
daycare
about?
center
Where's
right
the
here,
money going?
no children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million. We're just curious, where are the children at? Here's another daycare center inside the same
Hey, Blessed,
building.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I said, dang, man, we've been doing it wrong the whole time. We've been trying to sell drugs. We've been doing it wrong the whole time. Like, how come we didn't do this? Like, what the? Oh, yeah, they would have busted us. I take that back. They would have got us
Where
firsthand.
is all the money going for if there's no children at these daycare centers?
Sir.
Yes.
I told you, please leave.
Yes, we have a question though. Where is the children at these daycare centers if there's millions of dollars?
Ask me that local government. Yeah.
No, we have the paper right here. Come here.
Who are you, first of all?
My name's Nick Shirley.
You don't have any permission to record me. Period.
Can we talk outside?
You don't have permission to record.
She doesn't either. She doesn't have permission to record me.
You cannot stop people on the street and question them.
We can ask.
You don't have any permission.
Where are the children?
I will sue you. You don't have any permission. We have nothing to do with this.
He said, "I'll sue you."
So leave. Please leave.
Are there children here?
Please leave.
Where?
No, it's kind of weird. I think that's the weird thing about it. If you ask me, is like if you know. Nah, like you would be like kind of standoffish if you run into daycare and then somebody comes in there like this. Like it's like you basically already trained to protect the kids in the daycare. You don't know what these people are doing, but at the same time, it's like you ain't gonna be like, hey man, well this is going on. You're gonna kind of explain it to them, break it down to them. You ain't just gonna be like going off on them because it's like first thing at a real school they ain't call the police.
Where are the children? $2.6 million for a daycare center. We just want to know where are the children.
$2.6 million.
My name's
You
Nick
don't
Shirley.
want the police involved. That's it at all. You don't want the ones that get called at all.
$2.66 million for
You're not talking
the
to
Minnesota
right
Childcare Center.
You're not talking to the right person.
Are there children that come here? Answer the
I'm
question.
going
Are
to
there
record
children?
you.
There's no children inside the
I
building.
don't know who you're talking to. Me.
That's just a simple question. Where are the children at?
And right now in Poly Market, there's only a 4% chance that Tim Walz is charged by March 31st. It's time to hold our politicians accountable, especially when there's blatant fraud.
You see, this is how we know that these politicians are not doing their job in Minnesota. This is how we know that they, in fact, know exactly what is going on,
They
allegedly.
get money.
Because when you have a podcaster, a
They get
YouTuber,
money.
come and do investigative journalism and find more fraud than they could find because they actually were not looking for it, you know what I'm saying? Then we know that they were just allowing these
But
people
like,
to.
it's kind of weird though, because when you're a politician, you feel me, and you kind of say something about something, they gonna point him out, and then they gonna make him a target and say, oh, he's racist, oh, he's this, he don't like Muslims. That's what it is. You feel me? They gonna create some kind of weird shit with him. You feel me? So it's like, but at the same time, he getting his money too. So I
do whatever they want to do.
understand.
But let that have been me out there committing fraud. I would be under the jailhouse right now.
They committing fraud, man, lady. You couldn't steal $3 from the government.
Now, okay? They have no mercy for someone like me,
$3.
but they want us to have mercy for these people. Talking about they're targeting brown and black people. No, if they were
No, they
actually
not.
targeting black people, we would be in jail right now. And white people would be in jail because there is an attack on white people right now.
Exactly. Look, hey, I was laughing at this because I heard a Somali dude say, man, they getting us. Next thing you know, they gonna come after y'all blacks, and it's like, what you mean? Like they gonna start deporting y'all. I was seeing a lot of videos like months ago to where it was like they gonna start deporting black people. It's like, deport us where? Deport to Louisiana? Like from California to Louisiana? Like, come on now. No, they're not. That can't happen to us. I'm sorry to say, for the ones that don't understand, they can't deport us back to Africa. You feel me? Because a lot of us was already here when they got here.
I believe it. Definitely an attack on white people right now. This racist bigotry that y'all pushing out through the algorithm, trying to cause everybody to hate white people while giving these Somalians, allegedly, a free pass. But you would never give a black person a free pass, now would you? But yet,
hell no, they ain't giving us no free passes. And then it's crazy because that has been happening though. It's been trying to cause a divide between blacks and between whites. They always been doing this. You feel me? But luckily, you got people like us that see that, and I ain't got nothing against nobody. You feel me? Against nobody, not even Somalians, because you got good ones out here that's trying to do their thing, and then you got other ones that's just. It's like your family. You feel me? You got good family members, then you got bad family members that's always doing some shit. It's the same thing.
and still you want us to co-sign on this? I think not, honey. You will not use us. We are not the same. I thank God for Nick Shirley and what he is exposing.
Like
millions
us.
upon millions of dollars of fraud healthcare facilities, daycare facilities with no children, no adults, nobody in these facilities. They just collecting a paycheck. The state is supposed to go out and audit these facilities, but are they? No. Why? Because there are people involved in higher up places that are taking kickbacks, allegedly. Let's look at some of the things that Nick Shirley has exposed. Take a look at this.
Now we're being followed by the Somalis. This is another daycare center, absolutely no signage, and there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside. $5 million within the past 2
million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there.
And now we have a group of Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now.
From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which actually spells Quality Leering Center on the outside of their sign.
Hey, they can't even spell it. How's it gonna be a learning center? You feel me? You can't even spell learning. It's like, come on, like this is the crazy thing that I don't understand about people that commit fraud and do these kind of things. When you get this money, you're like 2.5 million. You can really start a daycare. You feel me? Like you can really actually do it. You got the money. Like you can have somebody make a correct sign. You can put into the building. You feel me? There's so many different things that you can do in order to make it right. Even if you started it and it wasn't right in the beginning. Now you have the money to actually make it right and do the right thing. But still, you will like, no, man. I don't know what they doing with this money.
That's how blatant this fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
Right. So this is Quality Leering Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up!
said they spelled learning wrong.
Don't open up!
Look at this.
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
Ma'am, what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting 4 million?
She said, don't open up. We have ice. We have ice. This ain't even ice. Baby, what are you talking about? What up, though? Everything. Oh, yeah, everything going good.
Dollars over
Open
the
up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years.
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in favor?
Now, this is why people are angry, and honestly, they have every right to.
Hey, that is wild, bro. Like, that's the... And like, this is what's crazy because, you know, this is another thing. Like all this going on, what it did was it stopped them from the visas, the visa processing. So people that's trying to come over with visas, you feel me, that's probably trying to come and do the right thing, or probably see, look, yeah, the Leary Center, what the hell, they can't even spell it right. But I'm just saying, it's the people that's actually trying to come over to the country and probably do the right thing. This is the crazy part about it, is the fact that now they can't come over here because they put a halt on that. Like nobody, you can't get in with a green card or nothing. You can't even, all that is done.
The department is
right
furthering their crackdown on immigration, stopping visa processing for more than 70 countries.
And some of those countries have deep connections here in Minnesota. Bill Keller, live for us in Minneapolis.
Yeah, because hey, when I call home and I'll be like, hey man, I'm telling you, bro, we over here getting money. I just sent 10 racks to y'all. You feel me? We gonna get y'all over here. Don't even trip, man. We got the scheme. We know how to run it, and I'm telling you, it's been going smooth for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You feel me? We gonna bring y'all over, and we about to get this money.
With Warren, what this means. Hi, Bill.
Good morning, Kelly and Shanu. In fact, while the surge in immigration enforcement shows no signs of slowing down, the Trump administration is also now taking steps to limit who can enter the U.S. legally, from Afghanistan and Armenia to...
Yeah, they putting a pause on everything. Meaning y'all, well, y'all got to hold on. Y'all got to hold up till we get this shit straight over here.
Uzbekistan and Yemen. The U.S. is now halting visa applications from 75 countries. That includes Somalia and Laos, both which have a large, well-established population here in Minnesota. Now, if you are concerned about someone who already has a valid immigrant visa from one of these affected countries, the State Department says that no immigrant visas have been revoked as part of the new guidance. The Trump administration says, though, the goal is to prevent immigrants from ending up on U.S. welfare programs. In announcing the change, the State Department says that President Trump has made it very clear for quite some time that immigrants must be financially self-sufficient and not be a financial burden to Americans. It goes on to say the Department of State is undergoing a full review of policies, regulations, and guidance to ensure that immigrants from these high-risk countries do not utilize welfare in the United States.
This is hella crazy. I'm telling you, it is. It's just crazy. It's like, what the hell? Like, you know, like when you think about it, right? Like now, you know, I love to help people. I love to help people, but if we can't help the ones that's here, like I go out, like we all go out every day and we see homeless Americans, like people like your brothers and our brothers and sisters, homeless, living on the street. These people is getting 2.5, 9 million, 6 million. But we can't even help the ones that we got here. We can't help our own people that's out there that's struggling, that's doing bad. But yet, people come over here and we just throw them money. But the ones that's here, that's been here, like us, you know how hard it is to try to get some money out the government? Like, they've been making it hard for us. And then they come over here, they just get thrown some money. They ain't got to do nothing. You come over here, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you that. Matter of fact, you're going to have an 800 credit score. You feel me? You're going to instantly have an 800. You're going to be able to do whatever you want once you get here, period. Which makes it crazy for anybody to come here from another country and do some fraud because they're giving you everything already. So why take advantage of that? I don't get
United States or become a public charge. Now, there is one important exception. The pause does not apply to
like us trying to take advantage. I understand. But look, this is what killed me though, right? Because it's been focused. The focus been on the Somali community right now, right? That's where the focus been. But I told you, when this dude did this shit, he opened up a can of worms. Because now, you feel me, the Jewish community in New York, like, you got to understand, this shit been going on for a long time. How you think they was able to build a Chinatown? How you think a lot of these places, you know, like they were taken over, like you'll have like immigrants that'll move here and they'll be able to take over a little small part of the city, and that whole city, you know, like have like the Jewish riding up there. It'll be like that. You feel me? They'll be able to take over the whole city. You feel me? Because they were given things that we're not giving ourselves. You feel me? That we don't get these things. They're giving this shit to where they can go and start a business. Like, you know how hard it is for one of us to go to the bank and try to get some money to start a business? Bro, it's so much. You gotta show your ass, pull your pants down and show your ass just to try to get some money out of the state just to try to start a business. But them, it's easier for them. They can come over here and they get all the credentials. They'll be able to start a business. They'll be able to do anything that they want. But this is what's crazy. This has been going on since, what, the 70s? The 60s? It's been going on forever. That's how come you've seen their communities grow the way they have. You feel me? Like, to the point to where they outshining us. But this is what's crazy is the Jews. You see what they say inside New York town, invaded by welfare addicted Jews. Like, now the Jews is the ones that we always been told was like rich. They was about money. They was about this. You feel me? And like, I was watching this and I'm going, wait, hold on, bro. It's like, man, we got parents right now. Like, a lot of us got parents that, you know, can't even get Social Security. You feel me? And like, but
a bigger picture approach here.
This shit
look
is
at the community
crazy,
as a whole.
bro.
How many school buses are here?
The town, over 100.
Over 100. Don't want them here. It's not private. Wait, but isn't it public property?
No, it's not public.
No, this is a privately owned lot with publicly funded buses?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it's privately owned buses too. And you guys just purchased buses yourselves?
Yeah.
Like, who individually? Is it the rabbi? Oh, the rabbi buys the buses. Am I stupid?
No, I did too. I stopped reading a lot of stuff. He said, I'm glad you brought this to my attention. I stopped reading the stories for a while now. Only thing real is what's going on in the cosmos. No, that's how I've been for a long time. All I've been, you know, just, you know, on the trip stories and you know, the cosmos. And I stopped paying attention to what was going on right here in the now. But within the last, I say 6 months, I've been paying attention and focusing on here and now and what's going on. And it's a lot going on, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times we get lost in the trip to where we don't want to accept what's going on here. We don't want to accept what's here and what's in front of us right now. You feel me? Kind of, sort of, they both the same, but at the same time, it's like, bro, it's a whole lot of shit. It's a whole lot of shit.
Who buys the
That's
buses
just
then?
crazy right
Question.
now.
Well, who's the boss of the town? Of what? Sure. I see. Is it mostly private schools out here? Is it a mix of private and public schools? 99% private? And of course, kosher supermarkets maintained by an army of Mexican neighbors all over town. Just keep in mind, everything's kosher. Excuse me.
They trying to scam you. You got a call from Minnesota.
Do you guys take EBT?
We do.
Like, do most people come in here and use EBT? Yeah. Okay. What percentage of people would you say use EBT for their groceries here? 100%?
Hey, he said 100%, and like, you know, you see who all in there shopping. It's just Jews.
Wow.
He said
100%. What percentage would you say? What would be your estimate?
Not 100.
Because 100 is too much.
50 is still a lot, though.
What percentage of people here use EBT for their groceries?
35%.
A little bit difficult to conclude what to take away from that. The question
let's
is,
just say
are a
about
lot of these big
60%.
families dependent on the welfare state to survive? And then the secondary question is, do they work?
Yes, I work here.
I know, but do the people that live here work here?
My work is for the people that live here.
Okay, so that's what I've heard. A lot of business owners. Heard some people do study the Torah for a couple years.
Now think about this, right? She say she worked there. I guarantee you she drive a brand new Benz. I guarantee you. Where's that coming from? That Benz money is not coming from working at no damn grocery store. I guarantee you, bro, she drive a brand new Benz.
Their wives are working. That's what I've learned. And
like,
a synagogue around every street's corner so
I
the
see them
men
all
could
the
study
time.
the
I say,
Torah,
"God,
their
look,
wives went
I
out
ain't
and
mad."
worked.
You feel me?
People
Get
are
your money.
studying, praying. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, I think I finally made it.
So basically what the husbands do is they go and they pray at the synagogues all day when they first get married. And the guy you're showing got kicked out of Scientology recently. I bet you he did. They probably the ones who blew him up. You feel me? I bet, bro. I bet.
Synagogue. Okay.
But yeah, they go and they pray all day, and then that first day they wives work is what they say.
Let's just say hi.
That's kind of dope though. Like you pray all day and then your wife do all the work. She don't work a job or whatever. I don't know how you can swing that with kids. Her having kids.
How do people afford to have such big families out here?
This is a
What
struggle. Yeah.
People struggle?
Yeah.
What do people do for jobs? Because I've noticed a ton of the Mexicans are working in the retail stores.
Yeah.
What do the Jewish people do for work?
He said a ton of the Mexicans, they work in the retail stores, but it's like, what's going on here though?
How do they get to own the businesses?
How come y'all own the whole city, but you don't work in the
They
store?
work hard, they have bosses, they have teachers, they have employees by companies. And people build up companies by themselves, and people build up their businesses by their own. We work from 9 to 5, a lot of people work more. We work hard.
Okay, I see. It's 2:59. Why aren't people at work?
A lot of people are at work.
But
know
you
how
guys
many
aren't at
people
work.
living here?
Yeah.
These are all teenagers.
I see. Okay, these are young kids.
Young
How old are
kids.
you?
I'm 21.
Okay, so do you work?
I'm in college.
Okay, where do you go to college?
Here.
Oh, here. Okay, in town.
Yes.
You have your own college. Do all the adults go to work?
Most, I would say.
Most?
90%.
Okay, do people here survive off of welfare?
Not true.
It's not true.
No. Everyone have to work. You have to get money. But
Yeah.
when you have a lot of kids, like you have 8 kids, you can also get benefits like.
I see. Like the official number for like Medicaid.
Duh. Hey, yeah, for like Squid, like like what's name? Squid Guard City from SpongeBob. Yeah, I remember that shit. But no, it's wild because like when you think about it, you have 12 kids. I don't know how much they giving for each kid on welfare, but golly, bro, that's a god dang. Yeah,
And it was like 93%. That number's not real.
You can look it up.
Wait, hold on. Let me go back to that. What did he just?
Percent.
Yeah, check it up now.
But I've already looked it up. I know what it'll
Yes.
say. Yeah. Does
Kids, you can also get benefits like.
I see. Like the official number for like Medicaid, and it was like 93%. That.
Okay, right there. Look, new data: 93% in and Kyrie's Joe on Medicaid. That's Joel on Medicaid. Kyra's what? How you say it? Curious Joe on Medicaid. Now the country has provided a new batch of data indicating more than 20,000 curious Joe residents were enrolled in Medicaid and Medicare. I bet
That number's
they
not
was.
You can look it up. It's not 93%.
It will say 93%.
Yeah, check it up now.
But I've already looked it up. I know what it'll
Yes?
say. Yeah, it'll say 93%.
Where does it say?
On Google. I don't know if that's real, though. That's why I'm asking. Yeah.
I don't know, because I know a lot of people
think
and
it's-
most
it-
who have
yeah.
a lot of kids, and even if they were,
Yeah.
Qualified.
They qualify. Yeah. Okay, we got some knowledge just now. He says there's some misconceptions about the place. This is where you make the iconic for
I just said that, bro. Like, you working. The job is not paying more than the food stamps and the fucking welfare is giving you. Welfare and that is giving you more money than your work is giving you. So it's like, yeah, you gonna go get a little bullshit ass job. You feel me? In order so you can keep collecting the benefits. It would make sense. It would make sense.
Hey, let's see it. Can I try it on? Okay. Thank you. Whoa. It's heavy. On its spins, too. For $1,500 USD at the cheapest price. Thank you guys for showing me. 8K? $8,000? My God. As I was interviewing people, this dude tried to revoke my cameraman's First Amendment right to film him on a public sidewalk. It is a struggle getting B-roll out here.
Hey, it's illegal.
It
isn't. What? It isn't.
In the intro, they tell you who
Howdy.
was.
What is the picture
Wait,
about?
I don't
Like
remember that.
Just everything.
Yeah, I don't
What are you
remember
recording?
that. I don't remember that right there. And that was like one of my favorite movies back in the days that I watched a gang of times. I'm gonna have to found this video last night. Dude took 100 grams of mushrooms dry. Oh my God, man. Wait, hold on. You know, let me see. we always start one way and we always end up right back here. Wait, we always end up right here. So, okay, we're going to have to, I hate to, you feel me? We always end up in this spot right here. Hey, I don't know how we do it. I don't know how we do it, but we always end up right back. Because nothing beats a trip story. I don't care what anybody say. We can talk about Somalians. That was the beginning of the video. Okay? That was cool and all. But once we get into you dropping 100-gram mushroom experience, oh yeah. We got to switch up everything. Check the intro. Okay, no, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check it out. Jehovah is no extraterrestrial AI. Oh, Jehovah is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, bro. I'm gonna have to see that. I'm gonna have to see that. I'm gonna have to watch it again because I watched it so many times. I told you I've been on that that one TV show that came out like not too long ago. I keep on forgetting what it's called, bro. My son put me up on it. That Pantheon. That Pantheon is that's a good one, bro. If you trip and you've been diving in, when you watch Pantheon, you're gonna be like, oh my God, bro, that shit is trippy as hell. But hold on, let's get into this though. Let's see what this guy. I think I seen this dude. I think I seen his stuff before, if I ain't mistaken. But let's go on and dive in. I gotta hear this. I couldn't. Come on, Zach.
I'm going to get really vulnerable in this video in sharing one of the most life-changing, perception-altering experiences of my life. This experience ended up putting me in the hospital, and it took me about 2 years to recover from it. And the experience I'm going to talk about in this video is the time that I took 100 dry grams of magic mushrooms. The reason why I'm making this video is, number one, it's a very unique story. And number two, it's a little bit cathartic for me because I used to take a lot of these hallucinogens a long time ago. I am now sober. I have been sober for quite some time now. It's been years since this situation happened. From 2019 to 2020 is when it really got bad and really took it too far. And I want to outline how I got to that point because it didn't just start off where I was just taking these massive doses. I ended up working my way up to it. In these type of situations, set and setting really matters. I want to start the video by saying I am
Yeah, they always say like setting, and like it used to matter to me. Nah, no more though. Setting to me now is like, throw that out the door. You feel me? I don't care where I'm at. I could be at the graveyard and I could still take a
in no way,
high
shape, or form
dose.
glorifying the use of any type of drug. As I stated before, I am sober now. I don't even drink alcohol. This video is simply meant to be educational and for entertainment purposes only. Do not, and I repeat, do not even try to emulate anything I'm talking about in this video. I want to describe how dangerous some of these substances are because I see way too many people loosely talking about it like it's something that you can play around with. There are some serious repercussions to taking these compounds. So let's get into it. At the beginning of 2019, I decided to take 2 grams of mushrooms, and it was because I was feeling a little bit depressed. I had some visual hallucinations. I think I watched Doctor Strange or Labyrinth. I watched one of those movies, and it brought up my serotonin. I felt a little bit better. So it was a positive experience all around, and there was no hangover after. So I ended up just going about my daily life. Everything was pretty normal for the next 5 or 6 months. And then towards the end of the year, I started developing these depressive symptoms again. I guess I felt the need to go back to taking psychedelics. And I was watching a lot of Joe Rogan at the time, and there was a lot of people talking about psychedelics and how they can help out with your depression and help you with mental health issues. I was reading a lot of Terrence McKenna, and I was watching some of his lectures. I was getting into Alan Watts. I became like a straight up hippie. I was totally lost in the sauce at this point. I was going down the rabbit hole, psychedelics.
That's what I be saying, bro. You gotta be careful. You can't get lost in the sauce. And we all became lost to where that was the only thing. That was like our main focus was the psychedelics.
Conspiracy theories. I think at one point I had like a Gaia subscription because if you actually look into what these guys push out in their videos, it's just a bunch of tinfoil hat nonsense. That's how far gone I was. I went from being completely clean cut to totally losing my mind. And that was from this experience that I'm going to describe. Every weekend I was moving the dose up by a couple of grams. And then one weekend, I think I got up to like 15 grams. And at this point I had experienced what they call an ego death. I was walking with a friend. And my friend had taken it with me too. And we were walking up a flight of stairs going to my condo. And when I looked down, it literally looked like there was like a galaxy underneath me. It looked like there was like stars underneath me. It looked like there was like a moon. I could see planets and I was walking above it. It was like, felt like I was in that Mario Galaxy game, like the way he's like platforming in it. And then I opened the door to my condo and I had the most terrifying experience overcome me. And it literally felt like my soul had left my body. I did a lot of jujitsu before and it reminded me a lot of this one time where one of my friends had choked me unconscious and had me in what's called a Peruvian necktie. If anybody knows anything about jujitsu, he had my carotid artery blocked and I think he was still choking me while I was unconscious. And it was the exact same feeling. It felt like I had died and then I could feel myself leaving my body, like my soul was just sucked out of my body. And then I came back into my body and it went from like the most terrifying experience to one of the most like euphoric, blissful experiences. Man. So I started developing this like addiction to this feeling and escaping into this realm.
Yeah, that I thought, what's up, Big Chill? That's what be the highlight of it. And I think that's crazy because like when you understand that in real life, when things get ugly, you feel me, and the ugliness goes away, shit become beautiful. You feel me? Once the pain is gone. So it's the same thing with the experience, if you ask me.
Of like different perception, tapping into a different part of your mind. And I ended up completely immersing myself into this shamanic way of taking psychedelics. I started taking super high dosages. A lot of people say that mushrooms are not addictive. I disagree with that because I was completely addicted to them and I was using them all of the time. I ended up stumbling upon a shaman in the US on YouTube talking about how he had taken 30 grams of psilocybin because he was talking about tapping into these almost like Akashic records, like you were going into another dimension. He said that he was seeing some kind of like reptilian alien beings messing around with people from another lifetime, people that he knew. And I thought it sounded absolutely crazy. When I tried it, I actually experienced a lot of the exact same things in my trip. I felt like I was like Ant-Man. I shrunk down really small. I had this like hippie organite pyramid. I felt like I was standing in front of it, like I was like in Egypt in front of a pyramid. I started seeing hieroglyphs appear all over my walls. I was seeing like civilizations grow up.
Like it's wild, right? Because I think a lot of people don't understand all that is normal. Like it's normal.
Out of the ground in my tiles in my condo. I was starting to get in communication with some kind of otherworldly being. Something was communicating with me. It actually told me it was from the planet Nibiru. At that point, I didn't know what that was. I found out later on that that was the actual planet of, I guess, the Anunnaki. And a lot of these hieroglyphs, they were either Egyptian or they were some kind of, they could have been Mesopotamian cuneiform. They looked very similar to that.
I had one of them. It was standing in my living room, bro. I was tripping out. I was like, what the hell? Like to see it like as a real thing, that shit is tripping.
They were appearing all over my walls. So I became completely obsessed with this experience. Then I had another experience where I had upped my dosage to 60 grams of psilocybin. I blacked out and I woke up and I was floating over my body. I could see my body on the ground and I remember myself convulsing and looking up at my soul. I could feel what I was feeling on the ground and I could feel what I was feeling while I was floating on the ceiling. As I was going on these trips, I started having these experiences with they were almost like these interdimensional beings. They were made out of light. They looked like they were like purple and green and they were glowing and they looked almost like some kind of like warrior, like an ancient warrior.
Yeah, I've seen this before. But see how that dial is, right? It's crazy because it started spinning. Each one of those circles started spinning in different directions. and then like the little the squares started popping off and going down like that, and that face was in the middle. But it was weird because it was colorful. It wasn't just plain like that. It was like colorful, like all different kinds of colors. Like not bright colors, but like browns and like like a light brown, like colors like that.
To see them in my condo. They were conscious of me. I was conscious of them. It's really hard to explain what happens on a trip if you haven't been in this experience. My words can't do it any justice. And a lot of the things that happen don't make any sense and they're hard to explain. And they call it synesthesia, where like all of your senses kind of just like blend together. And I had experiences with these specific entities multiple times. So like I would do these trips and like every other trip, these beings would visit me. I would see them. I'm very skeptical. All of this experience made me very skeptical. After the fact, I still have trouble understanding what happened to me. And this completely altered my perception of what reality is. Like I don't view reality like a normal person anymore because of all of this. I started slipping into a psychotic state at this point, and I was telling everybody I knew about what happened because I was excited about it and I was addicted to the experience. I wanted to take it even further, and I started watching this guy Kalindi E. He's like a martial artist. He talks about when you take these high doses, it's all about
Kalindi. He was here.
This kind of like exploration of the astral plane. I wasn't doing it for mental health anymore. I just wanted to push it and see if I could experience any more of these type of otherworldly entities. So I ended up taking this 100-gram dose. And when I took it, I was in my condo and like everything around me melted. And I turned into this, like, I almost felt like I looked like Mal Boja from Spawn. Like I had that like look and I grew huge and I thought I was like the king of hell. There was flames all around me. I was seeing all of these like demonic like beings all around me. And I remember looking up at the moon and I saw some kind of demonic wolf-like creature. It almost looked like Fenris from Norse mythology. This lasted for quite some time. I wasn't even afraid of it at this point because I had so many of these experiences that tapping into this alternate reality almost didn't scare me anymore. And it almost felt like that was more reality to me than like my daily life. When you get it to this level, your whole entire reality just melts. Everything melted. Like I said, there was flames everywhere. That ended up changing to like, I was in like some kind of like galactic, it almost felt like I was in some kind of black hole. Like I lived in a condo that faced west and I could see a lot of my area and I could see the full sky and I could see the stars. And I remember at one point I was standing in my kitchen and I felt like it was almost like a vacuum. Like at hyper light speed, I got sucked into the sky. Like I felt myself getting sucked right into like the galaxy, like into the stars, and everything was black. It was like a void. And I was just walking around and I was communicating with something and it was telling me all of the problems I was having in my life, what I needed to work out. It was telling me I was some kind of special person that needed to send out a message to people. While I was communicating with this entity, I felt almost like I was being possessed. I was not in control of my body. I remember standing upright and literally having my body being moved around by something else. And I remember getting on all fours and thinking I was like a panther. I was walking around and I was just walking.
It's weird to like hear him say it like that because it's like you already know that's what's going on, but it's like, it's we seen it.
The void. It actually reminded me a lot of like the end of God of War 3 when he beats all of the gods. He finally beats Zeus and he's just walking through that darkness. That's literally what I was experiencing. That lasted for, it felt like forever. I went from like flames to getting shot into a galaxy and then I blacked out. I kept seeing all these visuals, like shapes. It's kind of similar to when Joe Rogan talks about these jester beings or these like demonic looking creatures that show up in your psyche. Like I could see them. They were made out of light. They were like purple and green. They were glowing. They look very similar to a lot of the artwork that you see when people do psychedelic artwork. It was like that kind of color scheme. There was one being that I used to see on a lot of my trips. I used to see him in trees. I actually drew a picture of him and I will show it in this video. I started seeing the evolution of man. I started seeing us being transformed from different animals, like evolving and getting to the point where we're like humans. I started seeing myself being reborn. I saw myself being shot down to earth as some other type of being.
You see yourself be reborn and come and live this life 1,000 times, bro. That's the wild part about it. Cause like I see myself do the same thing. It's like I came back here and I lived this life so many times. But it was weird because like, you know how you have that thing to where you feel like everything is God, but then you'll have the experience and then it'll be like, you are that God that you're thinking of. And then since everybody else don't understand that they are that entity comes down over and over, in order to live the life with the people. But when it comes down each time, it forgets also. It forgets who it is when it comes into reality because it's trained to be a person or this thing.
It looked almost like some kind of alien, and it was like in a capsule, and it was coming down to Earth. This totally shattered my perception of reality for such a long period of time. When I came out of it, my personality was completely different. I was like a different person. I shaved my head. I shaved all my eyebrows off. I grew like a little goatee. I was very manic. I spent all of my money. My mother ended up having to form me. I ended up in the hospital for 8 days. I had a friend call me the David Goggins of psychedelics. At that point, I technically was. This led me to being a skeptic. This led me to changing the path of my life. I ended up getting sober. I'm not doing any type of drug, but I got in a lot of trouble because of this. I ended up getting arrested a few times. I was locked up in the psych ward. It took a really long time for me to reintegrate into society. I could literally write a book about the experiences I've had. I don't think anybody needs to take psychedelics to feel better. I think it's better to go and see someone and talk about your problems and find out what the root of them is. Taking something like psilocybin into your own hands and playing around with your mental health. If you have any like latent psychological issues, like you're prone to mania or you're prone to schizophrenia, it's going to make it way worse and you might not come back from the situation.
Now, this is what I was saying too. I was saying this too. Like a lot of people is not ready. Is not ready to go that far. Like a lot of people can't go that far. When you go that far right there, a lot of people will lose their mind. Like they will get lost in the experience. And this is, you know, like you that's why I'm my own shaman. Like me, I can understand, like, cause I've done it. But you see, I never got lost like that to where I was deep in it to where I couldn't come back and understand and still be here and do the things that I need to do here. You feel me? I never got this lost in psychedelics. Never, because it's weird, bro. It'll take you all the way there. And then it's not the psychedelics taking you there. It's you, because you pushing yourself more and more. You want to see more. You want to understand more. So that's why you start upping your doses, and you feel me, you try to do the 100 grams, which I know I didn't got close to there just diving in on the 4-ACO, but you will lose your mind, bro, and you'll be stuck in the psychedelic realm of reality of just talking. Like he said, he shaved his eyebrows off, shaved his hair off, you feel me, he was had a little thing right here. Like it will do that to people. You have to be careful. You feel me? You have to be careful. And like I said, psychedelics is for everybody, but it's not for everybody.
Grateful that my mind has come back and I'm still picking up the pieces from it. And this was like 5 years ago. And I can't stress this enough. Do not do anything I said in this video. Don't go out and take a whole bunch of psychedelics. I know some people are just going to do it if they want to do it. But in my personal opinion, you can get to a good mind state in life without taking these substances. And I know that I'm saying that as a person who's had this experience. So maybe that sounds a little bit contradictory.
And that's what it is, bro. That's what I be feeling like too, because you can, but it's not about that. Like think about it, right? It's like I just seen my cousin them in Egypt, right? My cousin Mike, him and his sister, they went to Egypt, right? Like you hear about it, you talk about it. It's a difference between hearing about it and then actually going and actually seeing it. You feel me? It's a big difference. So certain things people want to see, because I hear a lot of spiritual teachers, or you feel me, spiritual guides, or whatever the fuck they call themselves, doing all this. Well, you can reach it by doing this, but they don't have these kind of experiences. They teach you all these different things, but they don't have these kind of experiences that he just talked about right here, like at all. And the only, one of the realest only ways that you can get there and fast is psychedelics. And some of us just we want that. Like me, I want that. When I hear you say that, it make me want to go and do it. Like I said, damn, I said I need to come up with a new name outside of Psychonaut. You feel me? A new name outside of Psychonaut, because like even my brother was sending me salvia experiences, and he was like going, man, I wouldn't try that stuff. And like the more he's telling me about what happened, the more I'm going, I have to try that. That's something that I have to do. You feel me? That's the first time it disconnected, bro. It ain't never did that before. It ain't never did that before. But on that note, thanks for sharing this. Zach, thanks for sharing this. But I gotta go, y'all, because I gotta be at work in like an hour. So I gotta go shower and get prepared and everything. But thanks for watching. And you know, like he said, do as he said. Don't do as I say. You feel me? You like understand that it's a long journey when it comes to psychedelics. You know, it's a long journey, and your mind has to be in the right place. Yeah, I ain't even gonna say that. You just have to be ready for what's to come when you diving into these things in order so you don't lose yourself. You don't get lost in the sauce. And a lot of people get lost in the sauce. What's up with it, Wally? Psychedelics with moderation is the key. Moderation. Let's see. The new name outside of Psychonaut is Explorer. Yeah, exactly. And that's me. Like I'm an explorer. Like I can like everything that he said. Oh, I seen it already. You feel me? And he probably got more to say, but it's like I seen all that stuff already. I seen it. You feel me? And it didn't do that to me. And maybe you know, like he said, we all just got different minds, the different ways that we look at things. So, you feel me? But don't do it, okay? Like he said, just don't do it. You feel me? Don't be me, be you type shit. But I gotta go. And thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And